So the rain has finally subsided a little bit, so that's good for me. Finally I can walk around without getting completely drowned. So I guess these are the old tracks that I saw in other villages as well, and they've just concreted over them to make them into roads, so I guess it's possible to do that and make a road out of these very small old tracks that would have been for donkeys and mules, I guess. I like this, just a little stairway all the way up into the front door. It's really built really high. I wonder if that's because of the rain. I want to keep the living quarters up really high in case the water floods down, so nothing's damaged. Let's see, I guess I'm going to just go up here as if it was 70 years ago. Hello, it's me. Got the shopping. There's the dinner on. Fire up the oven. And this is definitely something they have different here, is they have these little balconies in a lot of these houses. And I guess people sat along here outside and chatted and stuff and looked at the view. Whew, and what a view. That is crazy. Okay, look at that. Oh, that is so amazing. What a view to just wake up to. Now while I'm here, let me try and see what the name is again. Drakopoulata. Okay, so Drakopoulata. Not that difficult actually. I just couldn't remember what it was. So we are here in the abandoned, well, semi-abandoned I suppose, mountain village of Drakopoulata, most of which would have been destroyed in the earthquake, and a lot of the old houses are very well maintained. They have a lot of the original features, and then a lot of new houses have been built in the midst of them, which is kind of good, I suppose. Although I wonder, does it feel a bit strange to live next door to all these abandoned houses? Unless the oven worked that you lit the fire down there and then the heat transferred up into the oven. Maybe that's how these ovens work. Well, that would finally make sense, wouldn't it? So instead of putting the fire into the oven itself, which you could do, you could put it at the back or at the front. You just light the fire at the front, underneath it, and then the heat rises up. But they would need some kind of and you couldn't put rocks underneath it because the heat wouldn't transfer, so there must be some kind of construction. I mean, you've got to assume this is like a dog's house or something. Look how small that is. Just like a little area for an animal or something. Well, it could be a storage area too. It could be for food, but no. Yeah, all these houses have these little stairwells to get into them in this area. I mean, The other areas had houses built on slopes, but most of them just walked in from the side or something like that. Whereas these all have these little stairwells. Another one here. Everything you need. Come outside. Got your well. More of these little places for maybe chickens, maybe not necessarily dogs, maybe they're for chickens or something like that. That looks like it's collapsed, I guess. Yeah. So those pieces of wood obviously were what held that in place. I guess this is built the same way as the ceilings, where you just have beams of wood, and then it looks like they just cover them over with these flat stones to create the floor. In fact, that's a flat stone, so maybe this whole building is just arranged on flat stones to create a floor. Although it is built up, so I don't know. Maybe it's built up to make it flat, and then you put the big flat stones on the very top. Yeah, it's surprising here that a lot of the wooden beams are still here from the ceiling. Like in other areas there was no wood whatsoever. In other places I went to. Again, we've got this little water storage. So there's a small, well, this is on the other side, so that's got to be like a small oven, a separate oven. And then this one has again a little area here, I suppose, which is right underneath that, which is collapsed. So yeah, maybe that's how the heat was provided. So the earthquake definitely shattered this one completely. Let's go out the back door and see what's a brewing. Just, oh look, steps. So if you want to go up to up there, it's just boom, boom, boom. Nothing much up there though. Well, I mean, that's probably where the animals were kept. Little fields and pens. Perhaps an old original plate. Blue like the walls, perhaps. Let's go and see our neighbor. Ooh, slippery. More steps. So this is a very narrow. Oh, look at that. Still on its hinges. Well, top hinge anyway. Look at that though. That is your original 1930s, 40s wooden. Look at that, and a perfect fit as well. That is crazy. Look at that. I mean, that's just perfect. Bottom hinge is gone, but you can see if that had been in place, it would have just touched the edges all the way around to close. So probably not great for keeping the wind out. unless they added something else to block it. But it would keep the sun out, I guess. Yeah, this is a very narrow section here. I don't know. A bedroom, perhaps. Quite a high ceiling. So again, we're talking about 2 floors. Well, we couldn't really be, because there's the door and there's the window. Unless there's a storage attic area, ceiling space. And right next to that is a huge room. Huge. And again, we've got beams, but they're very low here. 1, 2. So, yeah. So there's probably like an underground little crawl space. So there would have been beams across here, and then I guess people would have come in here, or maybe this is where they keep animals underneath the floorboards. Maybe. Or is it just storage? It's probably storage. I think the smell would be a bit much to have animals underneath the floor. But I don't know. It's a long time ago. Once again, look at these views. Hoo-hoo! I mean, if you want to know what the Ionian Islands are like in winter, I think you're getting an idea today. You know, 35 degrees 2 days ago, and now you've got this insane stormy weather. Although thankfully it stopped raining, so I've been able to explore a lot more than I thought I was going to be able to earlier, which is awesome. Ooh. Let's see what else we've got. Oh wow, this one still has all its shutters, so now you can really see wooden doors, shutters on metal hinges, squeaking away. Aha! So there was glass inside the wooden shutters. That would have kept the wind out, from what I was saying earlier. So, okay, yeah. This building is very complete. Whoa! There we go. First ceiling intact. Wow, this is totally original. Probably gonna fall too. Wow. So this is how the ceiling works. Like I thought, massive wooden beams from one side to the other. And then, yeah, so those boards, those 1-inch sort of boards are exactly what the floor was. Well, there you go. This is an original 1940s, 1950s Greek floor in a building. It's amazingly well preserved. Oh wow, that's just pretty amazing. If you're a nerd and curious about these things, I think that's amazing. I'm assuming that's an original internal door, or back door perhaps. You can see there's a spring on it, so there was spring. Oh wow, look at this old door handle. Oh, this is going to be the best preserved building of all. Look at the fireplace. Oh wow, that's just immaculate. Oh, we even have the metal there. Look at that. So, there's a metal arch, and you would have put this in front of your arch to, whoa, a bat! To cook. Wow. That's amazing. I was not expecting a bat. Any more bats in there? So this is absolutely the 100% genuine article. Has a little vent for it. Oh, there you go, and you would have put a stone in it to regulate how much air was going in and out. And that's it. So you definitely lit a fire underneath it here. And then I guess it just heated whatever that is. Some kind of clay base or something. Although that's very thick. From there to there. What is that? 40, 50 centimeters? More than a foot. And ooh, there's that bat again. Jesus, mate. Do you have to? Ooh. Were you not expecting them? That's the worst time. So this ceiling is well, it must have been done later or something, because that is a full reinforced steel ceiling. And now this I haven't seen before. This is like a cooking canopy to keep the smoke in, I guess. And once again, I suppose you lit a fire under there and heated things on top. I don't really know. But this is impressive. I've never seen anything so complete as this building. Wow, that's incredible. The genuine article. I guess my bat friend will be back now. And we can go upstairs. I'm actually unbelievably surprised how well preserved this is, given it's 70 years old. You can see the glass windows. You can see the wooden shutters with the lights to open and close them. Let's see. We can go upstairs. Yeah, that's reinforced concrete. I can't imagine that's original. Oh yeah, and steel girders. Wow. Oh wow, look, there's another one over there. Oh, look at the door. That is nice. I wonder, is that original? That looks really modern. Well, it could be. Could be a 70-year-old door. And there's the other one. The knocker is obviously been broken off. And look, there's the glass, if that's original. That does have a sort of a 50s, 60s feel, doesn't it, that glass? Wow, well there you go, that could be original. And then we've seen these before. That is a built-in cabinet. So that's what it was. So we've got a hinge here and a hinge there, so there would have been two doors, and well, I guess you kept your food or your plates. Oh wow, here's a dangerous looking hole in the ground. I don't know what that is. And there's a back door. Again, quite a bit of this ceiling is still in place. Again, you can see they've got that one metal spike that holds these beams together. So that is just such a strange thing to me. It looks like one of these beams comes more or less straight up. The other beam maybe comes at a slight angle, and then they're just hammered together. Or maybe they're both directly straight, it's hard to tell. But it obviously worked with that one spike. I mean, here we have it. Here we have the proof. 70 years later, it's still there. Oh wow. And well, without question, this is the most well preserved building I've been in. Amazing. I mean, this floor I'm standing on has got to have been put in later, because it's like, it's not wood, it's concrete. And then we've got some wood, which I guess is how you applied your plaster in those days, over bits of wood so it didn't fall down. And it looks like this place was painted pink at one point and then white sometime later. Okay, well, I'm just fascinated by this now. I was not expecting to find a building in such good condition. So I guess they put wood, and then on top of that they put the terracotta tiles, because we're talking like there's all terracotta tiles here on the floor. So I guess they had them just drain the water straight off the roof. It looks like 1, 2, 3. Wow. And that. I mean, there's a little bit of space between this beam and the top, and there's a little window, so I mean, do people sleep up there? Would that have been like a little tiny space for children to sleep, or maybe storage space or something? But wow. Right, well that's just blowing my mind, to be honest. That's just more than I expected to see in one of these abandoned villages. You've got your door, you've got your original floor. I mean, that wouldn't last a second if somebody stood on it. And there's your front door. Oh, well, it's not, is it? I mean, that's... So there's a door down there and there's a door up here, so I guess that's more like a door where you look out on the view. I'm not going to step on any of this. And, wow. It's kind of funny to see the old shutters just opening and shutting on their own after all these years in the breeze. And then look at this, there's a wooden sort of arch here. And I can see hinges over there, so was that a door? Was that a doorway? I mean, it's an enormous doorway. What kind of an entrance, or what was that, I wonder? I mean, this is a door frame, wonky as it is. Oh, look at the original style. So you got this beam up, it goes out, up, across, down. And it looks like they got bamboo or something in the walls. Well, it looks like bamboo, but maybe it's just wood. And that's how they hold the plaster on. They squish it between the bits of wood, and that holds the plaster in place. Amazing. I'm going to be very careful not to step forward. And you can see how good that floor is by the amount of like old tiles and wood and stuff like that, and they haven't fallen through. So those little beams that far apart with a thin wooden floorboard is enough to keep you from falling through. You can just about see those terracotta tiles up there. Well, I can't get over how big this place is. Amazing. I mean, that's just amazing. These got to have been preserved or rebuilt or something, because it's in such good condition. And you can just imagine this is a room, can't you? You've got your cups and your plates and your everything in there. You've got your ceiling over your head. Some rough plaster over there. The room is probably painted pink. If you look at that wall over there, that's pink paint. Well, it looks like it was, yeah, it's probably pink, and then there might be another layer put over the top of it at some point. You can see all the pink though. And I'm not sure what that was, unless there was a ladder or stairs to go down to lower floors, rather than going outside. Or maybe that's just part of the reconstruction. Well, so there's number 52, which looks equally in good condition. Oh, I can't believe it's starting to rain again just when I was about to leave, and now I've just got so much stuff I want to see. No way, is this the toilet? No, it is. Wow. Old school toilet. 1950s bog. Wow, look at that. Terracotta dream. Amazing. That's crazy. So I assume this... I don't know, so there's a hole there. Maybe for cleaning blockages. There's a very large looking building over here. I've got to take a run up and see. Up the old footpath, aka rocks. Well, this village has exceeded my expectations by a lot. I just thought there was a few buildings here mixed in with the old, or mixed in with the new buildings, but it's a lot more. So here's a little water outlet. There's kind of a flagstone here covering this one, So maybe that was part of how it used to work. Some kind of circular area for grinding, maybe. Ooh, it's getting wet again. The modern buildings have a slightly similar tile, but not quite the same.